Hello everybody, welcome to another stream for the Seagrave spare cab. It has been, I believe, 1 days since the last stream for this truck. Normally if I work on these trucks continuously, it will take me less than 3 days to do it, including breaks and sleep. But yeah, this one has been really delayed, and it's only the cab as well, not even the back. Oh, there's the autosave. I don't know why, there's a bunch of people putting comments on, but it only says one concurrent viewer. What the fuck is going on, YouTube? My throat is like dead right now. I have to keep clearing it for some reason. Don't know why. So before the stream, I was doing some work on Engine 7 and Engine 8, as well as a tiny thing on Engine 1. So I optimized their scripts and removed a lot of the reused for loops and just converted it into one main for loop for a lot of the sections. And I also changed the lighting patterns on the back of Engine 8 and Engine 7, because normally it is the three-part system that has the red on the side, the red on the other side, and then a blue or yellow in the middle. But for older engines, they usually have it more like split, like 2/3 are yellow and then the other third is red. So that's what I did on these trucks for the rear lighting. And then Engine 1 is weird, because Engine 1 doesn't have that. They have the same thing as the newer engines, but instead of blue, they have two yellows instead of one yellow and one blue. So it was interesting. And you notice these, as I go down the line, you'll see these large blocks. These are weld constraints. I don't know why Roblox made them fucking humongous, but yeah. Once you go in game, it goes away, so you don't have to worry about that. 10 trucks there, 24, 2, 25, R1. And then we are going to add this truck onto our collection very soon. And then as for the rest of the trucks, no progress has been made. So yeah, no progress on these. But they're just kind of sitting here. I do want to finish the tower ladder, probably after the spare. That's the first thing that I'm going to do. I don't know about the tiller, since we still need to solve the driving system. And then Hazmat's going to get a small amount of work done here and there, because Hazmat 1 is not in Manhattan. Hazmat 1 is not in Manhattan, and we don't have any Hazmat calls in the game yet. So there really isn't that much to do for them. So eventually we'll add some sort of, I guess, like gas leak calls or something like that that they can go to. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so here's our truck. Here's the spare progress. The old ladder. Now making it an older Seagrave is going to be quite easy, because all you have to do is just change out these lights and sometimes a little bit of the placement. So if you want to make something like a 90s version, that's really easy to do. So yeah, the battalion chiefs, since you asked, are mesh. Will uploaded them, although I made the caps out of parts since there's no models available on the 3D workspaces. So I did a pretty darn good job of that, actually, of making that. So I fit it very well for the GMC. And then I copied the GMC one over to the Silverado and then did some minor changes, and otherwise it's pretty good. It fits in very well. So I need to add this Battalion 9 into the game because this one has the top number, and some of the light bar collisions are fixed so you don't like hit your head on the light bar and fling the fucking truck. What tower is that? This is Tower 15. It's an older Seagrave that has the SLRs on it. The SLRs on top. So this is paired with engine 4, which engine 4 is over here. I need to add the 4 that goes on the front grille, and then the 4 on ladder 4 that goes on the box. Those are two things that I need to add. They're decorative elements though, so they're not really that important, but I want to add them because they look cool. Alright, so this is the annoying part. Because now we've done all the exterior of the cab, and we have to start moving on to the interior. So that's the annoying part. Alright, so let's open up this. Run a quick test again. So I fall flat on my face because Roblox is lagging for me to get into the seat. There we go. Still love that horn. And then once we get the back on this, I think this is going to be a very nice truck. So I could make the old ladder back or the old engine back and then do some modifications to the cab if I make it an engine. And this will be pretty universal. Since for a while, engines and ladders were both Seagraves, and now they have the Seagrave and Ferrara. So we got that. There's the PA on it. The EQ. Fun. This new horn is amazing. I don't know. I'm still debating on what I should do with it. I don't know if I want to keep the horn on this truck or move it onto a different one. But the horn is very nice. Very responsive. Works very well. But I'm a trucky guy, and I really want to build rear mount trucks. I'm not a big fan of mid mounts. Probably why I've... So yeah, the thing that I do need to do the thing that I need to do, which is very important, is build the Seagrave ladder. Because this ladder can be universally used on that and the tiller. They basically have, since they're manufactured by the same company, they basically just use like a stock ladder on all the trucks. It goes up to a certain footage, and I believe they're both 100 feet, so that should be fine. The only weird one I think is that I've seen is the towers, because they have 75-foot aerial scopes and then 100-foot aerial scopes, as far as I know. And there's actually a physical difference in the cabinet layout for the 75s and the 100-foots, because if you get to the 100-footers, there's like the back cabinet is like kind of shifted or moved around a little bit, and then it's longer, whereas the 75s are shorter. I'm pretty sure this is a 75, so I'll look more into that once I'm building 15. If not, I'll probably check out 1 and go back to that. But making modifications would be pretty easy. Alright, so we have our diamond plating, and then we have a wheel well cover. That's all we got. So what I need to do is take all of the doors off of the truck. And I also need to carry the hinges with them, otherwise the hinges will not work and they'll disconnect and then the truck will fall apart. So I'm going to move it 5 studs over there. So now that's all out of the way. We've opened up the inside of the truck, so now we have ease of access and maneuverability here. Alright, so what I really should look at is probably the KME engine, since that's the most accurate floor design that I have, I believe, in the fleet. So let's see, engine 4. I'll copy over 4, and then move that back. I really only want the cab. I don't care about the doors on this one, since this is a duplicate. Just verify to make sure I didn't get rid of the original. Cool. Alright, so we can get rid of all the doors on this truck. That is fine. So what I did here was what the actual FDNY trucks look like, where they have this kind of design. So that's what I need to do here. Although actually it might be different as a truck instead of an engine. So it is possible that they might have a difference in the steps, because the truck companies usually have the shelf, so you can't indent that much. Is there any way that I can actually fix this fucking stream? Alright, the stream can be accessed again from the manage list. Exiting will not end the stream if it is currently live. Cross my fingers on this one. If it goes down, I'll be back in 2 seconds, so don't worry. Alright, I'm trying to... I guess I'll just go off of... I guess I'll just go off a regular. Alright. I just realized my desktop audio was on too, so... Oh well. So, I don't know if I should do the steps, both steps like this, because this is for an engine company, and the engine company has the seats in the middle instead of on the outside, and then the truck companies have them on the outside with storage in the center, whereas the engines keep their tools on the racks. I want you to add engine 65. It's right there. It's right there. I haven't added it into the game yet, but it is right there. The problem is that putting a location down for the Engine 65 station is going to be a pain because there's so many firehouses right next to each other. Alright, so I guess I'll just do what I did before. I guess I'll do that. And place the, unless I can find maybe an image. FDNY spare ladder. I want to find a video where they like open the doors and you can kind of see the step. Let's see. Actually, you know what I could do for this ladder is I could make the doors on the back open up a lot more. Because for the spare trucks, they fucking like open up 180 degrees, I swear. Like those doors on the back swing wide. Alright, so I'm looking at some videos here. Got ladder 4 running spare. I swear I just watched this video. They're two separate videos, but they're the same video. What the hell? So I need a video of them responding from quarters. We got ladder 30 spare responding. Let's see if we can get any door action. The problem is that it's night, so it's probably not going to be good to see what's going on here. Yeah, he's already in the truck. Back. Next video. Alright, responding to an auto accident with injuries. We got... That's not even a spare ladder. That's a spare engine. Get out of here, YouTube. Spare tower ladder. No. I don't want spare tower ladders. I want spare aerials. No, I don't want a spare engine. I love Google. Google's great. Okay, so a lot of people are asking about the game in the comment section, I see. Yes. So when you buy the game currently is at 350 Robux. It was at 500. And as we get closer to release, and upon alpha release, it's going to cost 150. So if you want to get the best deal, be patient and wait for the price to go down to 150. However, you will not get a badge that gives you the early access player. You will not get an early access player badge, and that will give you some sort of extra perks in the future. Haven't decided what it is yet, but it will give you something soon. Probably like money in the game, or even maybe I'm thinking like some sort of maybe room or like apartment building that you can go into. I'm just trying to find a video of one of them responding from quarters. Maybe if I just go to images instead, maybe we can have better luck. Or at least find a better video. No? No, YouTube? We're pulling this shit? Alright, so I have a video of there's a picture of a firefighter going up the step into the door, but he's kind of blocking the way and it's a blurry shot. That's like the only good one that they have, though. Alright, so what I might just do is build the steps like the front step. That might be the best option, because I'm not gonna do it like an engine, because there's no room for that. So that might be the solution. I also noticed that this is kind of low, actually. I should really be more smart and pull up Google Photos and look at my pictures from Ladder 2 spare. I should do that. Even though I don't have any like good interior shots. It's just like peeks through the window that was open. So everything else is dark. So if you buy the game, the only things that you can do right now are basically just drive around. However, you can drive around civilian cars, you can drive around NYPD. Just by heading to the Times Square station, you can spawn a vehicle. Or you can drive the ambulance, which is in progress, or the Port Authority Tahoe. So that's what you can drive. You can drive around, explore the map, try and go to some of the areas that we have so far. It's still being worked on. There's still a lot missing. I'm aware that there's not a lot of things to do, or there's not a lot of buildings, but that's the whole long process of development. So bear with me on that. Alright, so I'm going to scroll back to October of 2019 when I visited New York City and got to see some of these trucks. Actually, maybe they got in the truck when they were driving off. So let's take a look at that. That might be a good idea. So they got canceled, and then they got back to the call. So that was fun. Unfortunately, I don't have a good shot of it. Nice. Okay, so let's try a different video. See, references take a very long time sometimes. They don't always want to be cooperative. Yeah, so they have the shelf area in the center of the truck. There's actually a lot of stuff going on there. So let's see what we can do. So actually, a lot of people assume that I live in New York just because I'm making a New York project, which looks good. But I actually live in New Jersey. It sucks here. Believe me. It really does. So did I cut that exactly there? Probably wasn't. Probably wasn't supposed to do that. Is that 1.4? I don't know. Maybe go back to 1.25. Yeah. I'd say that looks proportional. Now, this is all just rough guesses because I don't actually know how large the steps are. I can't really find any good references. So I'm just going to use like what I know about other apparatus and how they're set up. This game, we actually tested it last night. The game runs fine on mobile, which I was actually quite shocked about, and console as well. But the only problem is that the only problem is that console is very restricted because you have to follow a lot of rules in order to develop for the game. So I don't think that the game will be out on console. Also, I don't personally own an Xbox, which is unfortunately the only platform that Roblox is on for console. So I can't really develop for a game on a console that I don't own. So that's one of the big problems. Okay, so here's what we got. Autosave, always at the best times, right? Let's go 0.5. So the only problem is that this is not good. So, what am I gonna do? Probably this. That is what I need. Alright, so then that's lined up there. Wait, Fire Sim Coastal Heat added the FDNY tower? Really? I didn't hear anything about that. This is gonna be better than Fire Sim Coastal Heat. Y'all ready? For SoNY? Yeah, I'm fucking hyped. After making the MDT system, I'm fucking hyped. I can't wait for people to play this game. Yeah, that looks ugly as hell. Oh my god. Oh yes, yes it does. We might just need to roll with it. Unless... yes, I could do that. What if I move this back and down so that way it lines up with that? Yes, I am a volunteer firefighter in real life. Junior firefighter, yes. So if you ever heard of fire explorers or anything like that, it's pretty much the same thing. And I really do encourage people to get involved. It gave me a great opportunity. I've been waiting for the opportunity to join the fire department for 16 years. So pretty much all my life. Because I grew up in the firehouse, climbing on the trucks as a kid. It was a lot of fun. And now to be finally riding the truck to calls, it's a great experience. So I really want more young people to get involved. Because honestly, the tradition of volunteering is dying out, and we just need more of the new generation to get involved. Will I ever do a video of me on a call? Probably not. You know, just because I don't want to run any like risks or anything like that regarding like uploading. Like, you know, if something shouldn't be uploaded to social media, I don't want to, you know, do that accidentally. Just in case, it's better off to be safe than sorry. Alright, so here I'm going to need a wedge. Oh, autosave again. Like, I feel like a more confident person overall just because, you know, I became a firefighter. And not only that, but it gets me out of the house. I get to socialize with people. I get to do something that I enjoy doing. So it's fun. Alright, so I have this wedge now. And now I need to square it off just to make it easier to rotate. Let's go 1. Alright, fine. 0.95 since Roblox wants to be like that. That's fine. Alright, so now how do I need this wedge arranged? This way. Yes. Yeah, so we tested it on mobile, but then I removed the ability for mobile and console to be able to play the game. Because the main focus of the game is going to be for PC players, and then we might expand compatibility in the future. But I'm just taking a look and testing out if that's a possible option. And you never know, because the map is still in heavy development, and there's still a lot of buildings that are yet to be added, so you never know if that might reduce our ability to make it compatible for phones. Alright, we have 0.5 and 0.6. There we go. Yeah, I was a contributor in Police Sim NYC. They stopped that a long time ago, and I was a noob at developing at the time. I did build a building. It was kind of, looking back at it, the building was kind of shitty, so I see why Dev didn't take it. Because my building skills were garbage. I didn't retire, they just stopped doing contributions for that game. Alright, let's see. 3.35 times 2 is 0.7. And then 1. There we go. It's nice when all these unions come out together. Let's see how this looks. Alright, so... Not quite. I need to pull that top part out. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four. Cool. Negate those. Union. Negate. Select all. And there we go. That's much better. I like that. Yeah, remember when Police NYC had FDNY fire trucks in it? That's fucking old ass Police NYC. They didn't even add that in the Bronx map, and now they're on Manhattan, and they still don't have New York City Fire Department FDNY trucks. They have EMS trucks, but they don't even look good. Like, they don't even look like the real thing. That's what annoys me about that is that they don't look like actual FDNY trucks. Because they're just like chief trucks that have like a stripe on it that isn't even like what FDNY uses. So that's the annoying thing about it. Although I think they have some good prospect with their Manhattan map, but right now it's very small. Whereas mine is humongous and we don't have any buildings. Complete opposites right there. Alright, so what I'm doing here is just flipping this wedge around. I'm just going to make it symmetrical, kind of. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to eyeball this. This is going to be fucking terrible. Let's get this piece if I don't select the outer part. How is that? Right? No, way too far away. That should be correct, so let's try. Let's try that. How is that? Pretty good. I like that. And it's kind of shifted forward so that there's more room for the rear seat. That's fine. I'll take that. So, yeah, for Police NYC, they're not really the most realistic with their EMS. Although it is Police Sim, and they got more focus on the law enforcement side. Whereas mine is focused on the fire department side. Unfortunately, though, it hasn't been very focused on the medical side of the fire department. So, because I still have not done any work on that ambulance in a very long time. Soon we'll get there. Alright, so this sticks off by 1. Like that, yeah. Cool. And then this part. Duplicate that, flip it around. And then work from the other side. No, I can't help you build your fire truck. I make tutorials as to how you can build your own fire trucks. And honestly, you get a lot more satisfaction when you do it yourself. Because if I wasn't satisfied with my work or I didn't enjoy doing this, then I wouldn't be here working on this game. But here I am after like almost 2 years. Still at it. But I'm excited. But no matter what happens, I'm going to release this map. And I'm going to make the game go into alpha stages. Poke, how do you deal with haters? Well, the haters are typically either Mano County people or people that got banned for stolen assets. The Mano County ones are annoying. Because you have fucking people like Electro85. I call them Mano Crusaders because all they do is go into other people's servers and just try and praise Mano and how good it is. And they won't take anybody else's opinion. So like if you're not going to actually conversate with me, then I don't want to talk with you, and then I usually don't. Like we could have a valid civil argument about why Mano County is good, why it's bad. In my opinion, it's mostly bad, but other people say that it's good, and I'll sit down with you and have a talk about why I don't like certain things about what goes on. But if you're gonna come in and be like, "Hey, Mano County's good. Kevin is the best. He's the greatest supreme dictator of Mano County has ever seen," and then you're gonna like be denying everything that I throw at you, like, then clearly you don't want to talk with me, and I don't want to talk with you. So, how's quarantine? Well, a lot of people have been like really, they hate it. They haven't been enjoying it, and yeah, I get it. But honestly, I've been sitting on my computer developing Roblox games even before quarantine started. So I've been sitting home doing nothing even before the situation happened. So this is pretty much just normal days for me. Except now I don't have to worry about going to school, and I can do work on my own time, which I love that. That I can, do work anytime I want before the end of the day and then get it submitted. And my grades are the highest that they've been for all of my high school that I've done so far. Alright, so we have to make new interior. Because the plan was to make new interior and not copy the ones from the other trucks and try and start something new. So it's going to be an annoying, long process, but we will get it done. So I guess what I'll do is I'll duplicate this, separate it, move it up just so I don't select the wrong thing. As I select the wrong thing while saying that. Lovely. Alright, so now I have a block. What I need to do is design a Scott bottle. I need to design a Scott pack for the firefighters in this game. So maybe I can make that and basically get the dimensions for that inside the seats. Do I have a player anywhere? I do. I have my my can holder. I'm trying to make an animation for holding it. This can is going to be very hard to script because I want to do so many things with it. Instead of just being able to click and spray, like I want to be able to make it look realistic. Now I built this can based off of the ones that I have in my station, since those are the ones that I'm most familiar with. Pretty general type of can. And look at how much time I put into this, by the way. Where I even made the pin separate, right? And you pull out the pin, and then there's the hole where the pin went. That would lock that. And you can see where it would lock and prevent it from being squeezed down. And we have the gauges. This is a strap, and I want to make it so that you can like carry it. I think that would be really cool. So I have a lot of these ideas, but as for actually making them working models, that's the tricky part. So taking an idea from your head and then putting it into action and making it come to life is the difficult part, especially when the scripting element. Is that Joe's can? No, this is mine. I literally built this. I've never seen anybody like do anything like this for fire extinguishers. Anyone like that puts this much time into it. Even though this one was actually very quick. So, and then I'm trying to make the animations where the player holds it like this. So, as for actually doing that, that's the tricky part. So, maybe I can see if I can copy over my character here. Cool, I can. What do I put the size of the template at? Well, it depends on the truck. So usually I'll try and scale it. So for example, let's say this is my Roblox character, right? And then I have a picture from real life of the dimensions of the height difference between a person standing next to the truck and then the truck. How many trucks have you made? Well, I think overall there's going to be like 20-something trucks. Right now, this is the current amount. Ignore these don't count. So we have 3 battalion chiefs, 1 division chief, Division 3. We have 6 engines, 7 engines, and a squad. Then we have 6 trucks, 6 rear mount aerials, and then rescue 1. And then after that, so this is 6 here, right? Another squad, right? So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? Plus these, that's another 4, so that's 19. A tower ladder, 1 tower ladder, 20, even though I'm going to have a couple of them. 22 for a tiller, 23 for a hazmat, and then the spare 24. And I'm going to be making multiple versions of a lot of them, so the numbers just keep going up. Alright, so this is our person. He should be able to stand up inside the cab. There should be some headroom, which I wouldn't doubt. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's going to be kind of tight. Actually, no, we still got lots of room in here. Holy shit. But yeah, you can kind of stand up and get out of the door. So that's fine. So the back here is the important part. Actually, I think that's a really good height scale. Okay. That is awesome. So I'd say that this would be maybe like waist height. So we'll go 2 studs. And then that goes in. However, there's like, this is kind of tight. So we'll do that. And then I need my seats. I don't know what I'm going to do about seats because I don't have Scott Pack. Oh yes, actually, that's what I brought the character over for originally. How big would our bottles be? Let's try and model a quick demo one. So I'm not actually going to use this unless it's really good, which I doubt. Because I'm just going to kind of throw this together. So obviously our cylinder or sphere is going to be a lot smaller than the person. Autosave again. So obviously this is absolutely humongous. So let's see, maybe one stud? No, that might be way too big. That might be too small. Let's go 0.8. Does that look good? 0.8. Let's shrink this down. Does that look good? I think so. Like, ignore the shape. I'm just doing this for dimension and scaling sake. So I think 0.8 might be a good bottle size. I will need to build an SCBA. I actually started working on a new GUI. I could actually demo it in this stream. That might be a good idea, but I have to open up that TC. So let me do that, because I actually haven't showed this on video or announced it in any of the Discords. I've only showed it in a VC when I finished it. So let's see here. I need to open up my team create for it. Yeah, I do know that the dev branch and Ren Gate were very close. Yeah, I think the dev branch worked for Ren Gate and then went off and made his own game. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't actually know, but I think that's what the case is. All right. And here we are. So it is loading on that end, right? Oh, there it is. Okay, so the stream was just being kind of slow. So here we go. This is me. I got automatically shirted with my FDNY uniform. I don't believe I was wearing this on my avatar page. So MDT system. All right, we can hit next. We can start a fire. Some of the station tones around me. Engine, ladder. Manhattan alarm box 1352 371. I really want to get box 1503. it just keeps giving me 1352. This is what happens with random numbers, is that they like to repeat a lot. It's kind of annoying. Oh, there it is. Squad. Special unit. Command. So the fire system is working, where it will start the fires for those of you that have not been in the Discord or kept up with the updates. So right now this is the fire that we have up. This is in a restaurant. Right now there's still no way to put it out. So that's what we need to work on. That's all tools and hose connections. That's the hardest part of this whole process, is trying to make the tools and the hoses and the pump system, because I have a lot of specific requests, because I want to make it realistic. So I want to have like 5-minute supply of water if you're not connected to a hydrant, or even less depending on the scenario of what we want to do in Roblox scale. And because we don't have a working ladder system yet for the trucks, the main fire focus of the game is going to be ground ops, just to make everything easier for everybody. Alright, and then we now have a uniform change GUI that I'm working on currently, where you can put on bunker pants, and it will even give you the shirt that has the straps on it, and it will give you your proper ranking insignia on your collar. So we can switch to bunker coat, right? So now we're all dressed up. We can go to station pants if we want to. Bunker pants, shirt, station pants again. Go back to regular wear. So it's very, very proud of this so far. And there's the two parts that I haven't scripted yet, and that is these two sections here. So these are going to be for controlling your helmet and your SCBA. So you can use give or remove. So it's going to give you or remove the helmet depending on if you're wearing it or not. You can control the borks, which are the kind of plastic eye covers that fold down in front of your face. A lot of people on Roblox get it wrong, and it pisses me off that they don't know the proper way that borks work. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. I mean, the spelling is really weird on that. And then there's going to be an option where you can select what unit you're on, so that you can get their helmet shield for that truck. And then depending on if you're a lieutenant or a captain or a chief, it will give you some different options where you can get the specific helmet of your rank. All right. So then for the SCBA side, give and remove, same thing as the helmet. I haven't scripted any of this yet, so it doesn't work. But this is the process of how I want to do it. Then you can put on your mask with this option, turn on your flashlight on your pack, or that's at least on your bunkers, and then you can manually activate or deactivate your pass alarm. I want to try and make it so that way if the character doesn't move for 30 seconds and you're wearing a pack, that the pass alarm will go off if you don't turn it off or move around. I think that would be a really good thing to do, because that's realistic. So yeah, those are the options for those, and then you can basically click all these buttons to get access to that. We can get rid of this call, right, and that works very well. Very proud of this MDT system, by the way. This was like this gave me a huge scripting confidence boost once I finished this. And I actually recently did some fixes to it, because bug fixing is very important to do even after you finish a system, because you want to make sure to make it work correctly. So this was a pretty difficult system to actually, get started with. But once I got into the swing of things and came up with ideas as to how things would connect and work with each other, this became a lot easier to do. So now I have a working system that we can manually select and remove fires. Although right now there's no way to handle multiple calls at once or any civilian requested calls. So those are some updates that I want to add in the future. But so far we have a pretty much working system. And here we have the time of dispatch. Current time now in EST is 15:30, and that is correct. And here's today's date. Incident number 5, and every time I hit the button it goes up. And we have the call details, where it's located, the box number, what units are responding, and depending on what units are in this list will change what station tones go off. So if you have a full house run, you're going to hear the tones, and then you're going to hear engine, ladder, battalion, or engine, ladder, command, depending on what house. And for a partial house run, like where you might have one engine going, it will only tone that engine. So that system works really well. So very proud of that. So those are the scripting and GUI updates that I've been working on. Let's get right back to the truck. So I have been playing Arsenal recently just because some of my friends were on it. But I don't think it's as good as Phantom Forces. Phantom Forces is, I think, a lot more fun. Arsenal is fun, but not as fun as Phantom Forces, in my opinion. I don't know. I just have more attachment to PF. That was our main game night. Pretty much always has been. Alright, so looking through my video of ladder to spare. Alright, so then I'm going to need some wedges for this. So a lot of people say, Poke, I need help, or can you help me with this system, or something like that. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to help everybody make everything from the ground up. I really want to encourage more people to do it on their own, since that's exactly what I'm doing for my game. So you feel a lot more... Oh, shit. You feel a lot more proud of yourself and feel more accomplished if you do this, if you make the system on your own. But if you have specific development questions, instead of just like a general, oh, can you help me make this system or something like that, but if you have like, oh, what can I do to do a certain function, or like a specific question of, if you get this error, what are some steps that you can take to fix it? So that's a new thing that I have in my Discord. Oh shit, I copied the wrong one. So, I really implore everybody to make their own things. And I've been building a lot of SoNY from the ground up, as you just saw. So you have a higher sense of pride and confidence if you build the systems and things yourself. And you will get stuck, you will get frustrated, but it's a matter of keep persevering or find a new way to get whatever you need done. So I'm sure that everybody's well aware that I'm pretty busy because I really want to work on the SoNY project. So please, 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 let me make this game. See, I really don't want to make everybody else's game. I really want to make my own game. At least on Roblox. So I just want to get an idea here of where things are going to go. Right now I'm not too focused on perfection, but I just want to get a general idea for scaling and how these bricks are going to be laid out. Alright, I can't see shit. Alright, so the best thing to do if you're in an environment where it's dark and you have a hard time seeing where the parts are going, the best thing to do is if you have a ceiling block, place a light in it, temporarily. So I increased the brightness so now I can see a little bit better of the parts. Now they look blue though. They're not actually. They're black. No, they're black parts, not blue. But they're gonna look blue. Which is perfectly okay. So what I'll probably do just to make there not be a tiny gap here is negate the wedges reversed. Why is everybody asking about State of New Jersey? I haven't even finished State of New York yet. I will get there, don't worry. The only thing is where in New Jersey I wanna build. If I want to do something that's more close to me or a major city, even though our major cities kind of suck, to be honest. They really do. Alright, so let's try and build a seat for this firefighter, just so I can get an idea of how much distance I need. So this is what Roblox characters kind of look like when they're sitting down, I think. It looks something like this. Yeah, that's better. Right, so if the pack is gonna be to like these dimensions, I might want to move this up more. There's gonna be no, it needs to be way higher because the connection. Yeah, that's better. And what's really important is that you don't take other people's assets and stuff. Like don't be that guy. Don't be that fucking dickhead because I've had to deal with those people and they're nothing but selfish pricks. The people that steal assets on Roblox and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's a Lego game. It doesn't matter." Like, no. Take a look at this. Take a look around here. I put hours, months, years into this project and making this. So if somebody comes in and takes them in 2 seconds and can put them into their game in 2 clicks, that is the most annoying thing ever. And it ruins the game that I'm trying to make this for. Alright, so what I'm going to do is kind of base it off of some trucks that I've seen in person. Because I don't really have any pictures of the seats. Only the bench seat in Rescue 1. Unless, maybe I have ladder 4. Some videos from there. Maybe I have some videos of their seats. I want to see how they have their arrangement set up in their truck. See the Chevy Battalion 9 when I was there. That was awesome. Some good pictures for this game. Now I want to see if I looked over the window. Because I probably didn't, because I'm dumb. Because I didn't take note of this. You know, I probably knew that I was forgetting something, and it's probably just to stick my camera through the window and take a look at the inside of the truck. Yeah. Do you have any sites that you can suggest that teach people how to script or code? Well, there's always the Lua documents, but for Roblox terms, use the dev form. I have literally like a whole tab that's dedicated to the dev form just so I can get references for scripting. And the number one place that you're going to get information for scripting and how to learn how to script is YouTube. You can find so many tutorials on how to do so many things here on this website. So take advantage of that. Actually, you know what? I know where to find a video. I know where to find a video. I don't know how good it's going to be, but I know where to find it. Probably not a good video. Alright, so that doesn't work. Fine then. More research. I was actually in the fire truck earlier today for a call. We had a transformer on fire. It was a tiny, tiny fire. But people woke up in the neighborhood to their power being out, so that was lovely. So I should have some videos that I can use. Just trying to find them real quick. See, it's all about getting the references. Unfortunately, I don't always have references pulled up before I do a stream. And there's a lot of times when I'm in the middle of doing something and I have to search for them. Also, if I'm not looking at your comments right now, I do apologize for that. I will check back on the stream tab in a second. Once I find some images from the inside of the truck. Let's see here. Lots and lots of scrolling. I take a lot of pictures of things, because then I can look back on them later. Alright, let me check the chat real quick. Holy fuck. Yeah, looking at images of FDNY trucks with POCOP. Do I not have any fucking pictures of fire trucks that I can actually use in this case? I got plenty of references inside of the back of Rescue 1, but as for everything else, none of the interior. I am much smart. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so... Actually, you know what? I can use some convention pictures. I have pictures of new seats. Bingo! Seats from trucks that are actually new instead of ones that I go in all the time. That is a Stuffin. Stuffin has the big U. We need to find a better truck. Fuck Rosenbauer. That's the first thing that comes up after that. Yeah, that might be the fucking Stuffin engine might be the only thing that I can use. Fuck Rosenbauer. Rosenbauer sucks. Alright, so... I'll kind of make the feet stick off the seat. Because in reality, they would have knees. But in R6, they don't. Oh, fuck. I moved over the person, but not the pack. Alright, so what is the Z coordinate on this? 15.74. Autosave. Again at the worst time. Alright, cool. We'll leave it like that. Alright, so... See, fire seats are hard. They're just annoying. Because they have so much shit going on. I'm just going to start off with a basic kind of outline. Let's go 0.5. I think 0.5 is going to be good. Alright, so then... the headrest. Kind of vibing there. Honestly, this fucking seat is gonna look like shit. But I mean, let's move the player for a second. I mean, this is kind of the essential layout of a seat in a fire truck. And then we'll have the pack. So there needs to be like where it kind of is at the base. And the player and the pack are probably going to be more into the seat. Right. Although what I should have done is built it facing that way, so I don't have to rotate it. I'm fucking smart. Alright, so let me try and rebuild this, but actually facing the correct way. Come on, autosave. See, autosave is annoying, but in reality, in the long run, it's better off that you have it. Because if something happens to your computer, or your connection, or your place, well, then you're fucked. Alright, now let's try and do this correctly. As I deselect it, oh my god. If only Roblox was like paint.net where you can actually revert your selection. Well, that was smart. I union that without negating it. Alright, so I'm probably going to do something like this. Alright. Finally making my own seats. I've never done this before, so this is completely new, so this is probably going to look fucking shitty. Oh boy, I don't think that lines up. Clap, clap. We've gotten this far, and it doesn't line up. Okay, that's. And there's autosave again. Heck. Let's try it again. If I left the group on my account on accident, can I rejoin and get my rollback with my other account? Talk to ICF staff about that. Just DM one of them and ask, hey, if I took my... If you took your citizenship application, then that's the only reason for worry. Otherwise, just join on your new account. Moment of truth. I mean, kind of sucks to be honest, but what am I gonna do? Oh, you know what? Looking at these ones, I didn't do the correct way. He just wanted to add the tri-state area so Doofenshmirtz can take over. That was his real plan. Don't tell me I just did what I think I just did. So I'm pretty sure I did. Yep. Negate before you union idiot. Okay, now that we do it, better. Much better. Okay, so if you're asking what my Discord is, oh no, you're asking Will. Okay. I forget where it is, but I made something a long time ago. I was messing with unions and then I made this. I took a sphere and then turned it into a Pokeball. It's funny because poke cop. Get it? I know, hilarious. Alright, so this is actually anchored, so that's a start. Alright, now for seats. For the actual seat part of the seat, the front face is facing in the direction that you want the person to face when they're sitting. And in this case, they would be facing backwards. Let's fix this. Now I want to make this bottom part uncollidable, and then probably the seat as well. And make that invisible. Okay then, so yeah, that happened. We're gonna ignore that. And then that happened because Roblox. There we go. Oh no, I think the seat. Oh shit. Oh no, oh no. Stop, stop, stop. The seat was actually unanchored. We were about to go flying across the map in 2 seconds. Wait, what? Then what the fuck is unanchored? Probably the top part of the seat. Alright, so how are we looking here? If it was centered, we would have our pack there. Why does my character look like it's not centered on the seat? What? Because I'm pretty damn sure that why the character would not. Yeah. I don't know what the hell is up with that. So, in any case. So the seat is starting to come along. I mean, you can see the overall design. Alright, so then the catch for the bottle would be just underneath where it would extend. So that'd be approximately here. So we guess then we put this all the way to there. Right? Lined up. Looks like it. Cool. Come on, autosave. There we go. Okay. We are back. Alright, so need to do no 1K is the where I sing Frank Sinatra New York, New York video. That's what happens at 1K. I'm not even kidding. That's legit what I'm going to do, so be sure to subscribe. Because I really need an uncopyrighted version of New York, New York by Frank Sinatra. So I'm just going to fucking sing it myself because Roblox is going to be a bitch and so is YouTube, so might as well. Now I wonder, do they all have static chairs or are they fold-ups? Because I saw that they had fold-ups in that video from the engine. Because in that case, then I'm going to need a base that is farther back if it's a fold-up, or forward if it's not. Oh, I have been practicing. Oh, you believe me. That part is already handled. I'd fucking sing it right now, but I need like a milestone to actually upload it. I might have an idea for this one. Something along those lines. Yeah, you guys are all just watching me build a fucking chair. It's great. But it's one for a fire truck, so interior is important too. Perfectly fine. I've never done this myself, so you guys are watching me do this for the first time. There we go, look at that. Look at that. Hell yeah. I know this is like kind of boring for some people, but this is the time-consuming process that I have to take. And there's a lot of people who are interested in how to build their own trucks, so this is kind of like the unofficial tutorial series, where I do everything in real time, so you can see every move that I make. Need to select the cylinder. Hey, but at least when we have this one seat, we have a lot of seats. I'm AFK, need water. Bro, imagine drinking fluid. Who does that? Oh boy. I'm getting tired of this now because this is taking a while. Holy shit. It's rounded, clean. How would you guys say that is? I need some opinions before I implement this. I need some opinions here. How is this? Definitely, anything right now is probably better than this chair. But now this one has a pack integrated into it. And this SCBA bottle is a temporary like size placeholder. This is fine. I got some special things planned for that. Yeah, I can see your message, Owen. Alright, let's make this all one big union. I don't know if we want to change the material. I think smooth plastic might be the better way to go. Because the carpet that's on the other ones, or the fabric, I mean, maybe? Maybe. I don't know if we want to stick to that or go plastic. Not glass. Cobblestone, yes. I want to put cobblestone and brick seats into the fire truck. That's what we do here. Corroded metal. Alright, so I guess we'll just go with like plastic, maybe just to get some texture. I don't know, because the plastic still looks like garbage. Smooth plastic it is. I wonder when SoNY is coming out. Well, if you saw the trailer, which is the first thing that's on my channel, it's supposed to go into alpha stages this summer. So in a couple, maybe like 1 to 2 months. Do note that the game will still be very unfinished. That's why it's in alpha stages and not done. I don't think the game will ever be done because the whole point of making the game is to do updates. So if you're not doing updates, then you just made a game and then you abandoned it. It's kind of a waste. Actually, you know what? Let me sit down in the seat first. Alright. Alright, not bad, not bad, not bad. I like it. Now, with fire seats, I have this happen to me all the time. Is that because of the top part, it kind of pushes you forward, and then the bottom part is kind of open, so that way the pack, the SCBA, can kind of go outwards and around it, so that way it's easy to put on. I need clips. That's what I need before I continue. I need the clips for the pack. And then I can take those clips and put them on the rescue later. Alright, so let's rotate this way, and then this way. I'm just going to use the center of the bottle that I made. The temporary one. We're just going to make some clips. What the hell? Yeah. Alright, so we got 2 clips that need to be made. Gonna need that part for a second later. Alright. Right now, this is a fucking mess. But when I put it together, you will see. Put a heck of a lot of time into this. There we go. Oh my god. Whew. There it is. Oh shit. There it is, right there. Right there. Oh boy. I may need to move those later, so I don't know. Depends on how I make the packs. Hype train, hype train. How's that seat right there? Now we got the clips in it. My problem is going to be the driver's seat, because then I have to change this. God damn it. Oh well. No, I'm not placing this here, don't worry. See, I think they would have fold-up seats, but I don't really want to make that right now. So I'm just going to try and do this. As long as I have enough room for the driver's seat and then the officer seat. So let's kind of get an idea as to what we would do for the officer seat. Officer has plenty of room, even with that distance between them. That's fine. All right, how we doing? How we doing? I don't know. Should I move those seats down more? Because I probably could. I don't know. I kind of like the... If it's sitting on top of the wheel well, I feel like it would be more elevated. Fuck Roblox. Your thick arms. Great. Now I have to move them in more. This stream has gone on for 2 hours, and the only thing we've gotten done is chairs. I love seat lag with Roblox. It happens across a lot of games. Bro, his fucking arm is still sticking out of the window. Oh my god. Also, nobody wear packages on FDNY team because I will destroy you if you do. I don't want to see some noob looking ass fucking firefighters. Hey guys, if you have any friends or anything, even if they don't play Roblox, send them my channel. I would really appreciate it because we're on the road to 700 subscribers. We're past 650 right now, so we're hitting milestones here. So we have some bidding going on in chat. I don't know what that's about. I don't question it. Holy shit, finally. It's armed actually inside the truck. It's gonna be really stupid because the doors are in front. Well, it already has a PA, so it has the PA and the EQ on it right now. When it's actually put in game, it might not have both. Speaking of PA 300s and EQs, I found out that Engine 7 has a PA 300 on it, which means that I need to add a PA 300 onto Engine 7. Of course, they make me do more work. Hang on, give me 2 seconds while I fix the script. Alright, let's see how wide we can get these doors to open. Yeah, that's better. Oh, fucking till we're down. I don't know what the hell happened here. But, The front wheels are gone. It's great. Yeah, I have to add the stop sign on these doors. They're on all the other trucks. Goddamn manual siren lag in this game. I don't know why that happens. We could get the doors to open further if we wanted to, but I think this is good. Yeah, and then I need to implement the door lights as well, because they're not actually in place. Alright, there we go. I think that might be too big. And I want this to be on the outermost part of the truck, so that way people will see it. As for this door, you don't really have much of a choice. Alrighty. Stop signs are implemented. Let me name these parts accordingly. Since I will need them later. Alright, so this seat is in. Then I need the driver's seat. Alright, so then this is in place, and then I need to get rid of the pack stuff on this seat. Typical OBS cutting out in the stream. I was expecting that. Just didn't know when. We're back. We are back. Typical OBS dying. I didn't do much this time, don't worry. You didn't miss out. Everything's fine. Alright, so where's my vehicle seat? Alright, so there we go. That's together again. I don't need the pack stuff. I can get rid of the player. Should I make like edited and like kind of trimmed down versions of streams that get only the highlights instead of the long, boring parts? Because I know some people want to see the long, boring parts to see the step-by-step process of how I do stuff in building. Y'all ever seen a fire truck drift? So I really need to make that like e-brake function that anchors the truck, so that way it doesn't move when you try and get out of it. See, look at how visible that stop sign is, because now it's on the outside of the door. Yeah, 5-hour stream. I don't know, that's a little long too, and nobody really wants to watch it afterward. So then they see the time and they're like, oh my god. Still love the horn. I wish I could upload some new audio samples that people have been sending me. But I cannot because my premium actually expired recently, so that sucks. Because now I can't upload new audio or shirts. So good thing I did that before it expired. That I uploaded some new audio for NYPD and did all that work beforehand. Ah yes, reverb in Roblox only works when you're close to the sound instead of far away from it. Yeah, schoolwork has been kind of annoying because you get a lot of assignments that are due at one time. So that's why I haven't done a lot of streams or videos recently. Because I've usually been doing schoolwork or just working on other development projects that aren't that are like scripting based. So especially the GUIs and the MDT. So that's why I haven't gotten back to this in a while. So, I mean, the interior, holy shit, look at the new seats. I mean, that's fucking awesome. And then eventually, these are going to go in all the other trucks. Well, the problem is that the game won't let me actually run the manual game, but not here. Let's actually select all these. Let's make it metal. Much better. Let's get rid of the temporary light for a second. This is what the actual inside looks like. There we go. It's really nice. I like it. I like it good. So then we have to do the center area in the front, and then it's relatively finished. Relatively. Still some exterior work to do, like setting up headlights and light bars. So that's fun. Alright, so who thinks that I should take a break from working on this truck for now, and then let's just play around in the map? So I can show you what else has been added. Not a lot, but Oh hell no, I ain't playing the map on mobile because then I can't drive the trucks because the trucks don't drive if you're on mobile. But you can get inside them and click open to open the doors. Alrighty, so I don't know why you can't hear the Roblox audio. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't want to pick up on the Roblox audio. That's weird. That is very weird. Maybe it's a separate source. I do plan on building rescue medics. The only problem is actually getting the cab for their truck. The game link can be found on the group page, which you can find in the description of the stream. Oh wait, now you can hear it, right? Oh, yes you can. The SoNY group, not the FDNY. So here is our restaurant that the fire script had before. This is the location of it in the map. So if you're watching the stream a while ago, you saw that when I demoed the MDT system that the fire spawned, and this is where that building is. Spinning queue. Then it's winding down, but still not winding fast enough to make the sound. And then it eventually will stop. There it is. So right now I'm still trying to get a way that you can spawn at the station, a specific station. For now though, I have to keep resetting myself. Alright. Yeah, as of right now, the call doesn't spawn automatically. I will add that soon. So if a certain amount of people are on the fire team, that a call will automatically go off. Which is a relatively easy script to do. But I gotta focus on making ways to actually put the fire out. Because that's the big thing right now. Going over curbs. It isn't poke. Either you make it easy and unoptimized, which might make the game lag, or you do it optimized and the game won't lag. What? Well, the game is pretty optimized, actually. I mean, since we can run it on mobile and console, I'd say so. Of course, you're gonna get your lag. It's fucking Roblox. That's to be expected. You're gonna get your lag here and there. Like right now, the trucks don't really want to drive normally. I have to kind of drift to make turns. But this happens. It's fine. You can live. It's not that bad. Alright, so this is where the restaurant is. This is based off of an actual building in 6th Avenue. Made by one of our probationary developers. Check out more info on that in the Discord for the development. You can find that off of the main Discord. No, you cannot drive the trucks if you get the game. I can't stress it enough. I don't trust people driving vehicles after seeing how they drive their cars. Alright, so here we have the fire, right? We can go to our gear, put on our bunker coat and bunker pants. I haven't added the helmets yet, like I said, and we still need SCBA, which I need to make. But then we can go in, and then I need tools, obviously. Because right now, the only tool that's in-game is the axe, and the only other tool that I have that works somewhat is the New York hook. So as you see, I was wearing my NYPD uniform, and then it changed into my FDNY uniform. And then if I go on the NYPD team and respawn, then it will give me my actual uniform with citation bars and everything else. Yeah, these spawners are actually fun, by the way. When they want to work. There's been times when they break, and I'm still trying to figure out the reason why and fix it. But all the trucks spawn separately, so they're not actually all loaded into the map at one time. Only the active ones that you want to use. This is how you spawn, bitches. I don't know why Ladder 2 wants to be uncooperative in this game, so the only one that I can spawn here is Engine 8 and Battalion 8. That's okay. The only problem is Engine 8 is fucking down the block from this call. Like I said, the game can be found on our group page, and the group link can be found in the description of the video. So be sure to check that out, because that's where you can join the game from. Keep up with all the development of the game and everything else like that in our development Discord, which you can get the link from that from the main SoNY Discord. That's the hub. Yes, I did use clone services. It has broken, but I will find a fix for it, don't worry. I'm very sure I will. If I scripted it, I'm going to be the one to fix it. I think I watched some small clips of the Manhattan basement fire recently. But I don't think I saw a lot of it. I'm still trying to decide on what type of trucks that we want to do for the Harlem and Upper East and Upper West sides of the map. Right, so for those sides of the map. So Ladder 25 and Collapse Rescue 1 are going to be added. That's a given. But I still need more Upper East Side and then Harlem companies. So give me some suggestions for ones that you want to see in the Discord. So I want to add some of the, well-known ones. Unless you guys want me to add some of the lesser-known ones. So the map expanded fairly recently, not too long ago. So I added this new avenue, small portion of it, and then this part of the map went southward. And then the Greenwich Village area I need to work on still is going to be over here. So Squad 18's quarters is going to be somewhere in that vicinity. So now Squad 18 will eventually have a home in the game instead of sitting in the cage in front of Rescue 1's station. Which I did add a click detector for anybody who's on the team, so that they can click to open up the cage so you don't have to use B tools. So Times Square, Broadway, right? Here's the Times Square office, substation for NYPD. Right, so now it gave me my NYPD uniform with citation bar. Let's see. Let's go with the classic good old Ford Explorer. So yeah, here's where sometimes the driving can get a little bit but at least it's not Mano where it's lagging all the time. Like, it will free up and then get better. Just gotta give it time. Yeah, I would absolutely love to join the FDNY in real life as a career opportunity. I think that would be a good place to go if I wanted to go to a paid fire department. The only problem is that the cost of living in New York City is out of control. For less of what you would get for the same amount of money somewhere else. So you get a fucking tiny ass apartment and it costs you a ton when you can go down to some other state that has lower tax rates and you could use that same amount of money and actually, get a decent sized home. So the cost of living, like, I don't want to try and do that job and then have to go to live in New York City and then get fucking put out on the street because I can't pay the bills. Like, sure, I'd be running the fire calls, but then I'd also be running out of money. So that's my only concern if I take that route in the future. But it is possible, but there's no guarantees that you can actually get into the FDNY. It's a tough job and it requires tough people and not everybody has what it takes, and that's okay. Alright, so I'm using admin commands just to get around the map faster instead of driving. Which, by the way, the plan for changing teams in this game is that you have to drive to the station, park, and then go on duty. So that's more realistic than a team change system, which would just reset you. Greenpoint is better, and by the way, we don't want your ugly-ass fire trucks, and never down-talk us again. Alright, listen, Greenpoint. Mr. Greenpoint fucking Crusader over here. Y'all did some stupid shit, and you had one guy to blame for it. I mean, you kind of got what came to you. I mean, don't steal other people's shit and then be like, oh yeah, I made that. Because, you know, it's kind of fucked up. Try the ladder. I already said the ladder doesn't have a system yet. I need to make it. Scripting, man. Scripting from the ground up and actually making stuff on our own. Unlike Greenpoint. So I dealt with that. I dealt with the Greenpoint situation a long time ago. I haven't even mentioned anything about it, so I don't know why this guy's coming on here. Like, I haven't even mentioned anything about it since the whole ban happened. So, thank you, Savion Lozano. Because I don't really know what you're trying to accomplish here. Alright, so we got 4 truck, engine 8 on scene. I didn't bring 54 out, unfortunately. So I'm going to continue to make this game and try and get things right. Try and do it as accurately as possible while keeping with, you know, Roblox mechanics and game physics. Because you're not going to be able to get everything 100%. So it's just a matter of getting the important details. Yeah, that I agree with you, Norm, on that one. How long does it take for you to set the ladder with B-tools? Well, I haven't done it. Will did it, and Will is not good with B-tools. I can probably do it a lot quicker than he can, but I haven't actually tried. I don't usually like to mess with the trucks and try and intentionally break them. But it's not too bad. And I designed the ladder in a way so all the fly sections are different models. And then, like, so all the main components that would be together are together. So we have 4 fly sections on the ladder, so you can see them here. We have the outer fly, second one, third one, and then the inner one. So that would be a total of what in real life would be 100 feet of ladder. 100-foot reach is actually quite a decent amount. But in New York City, there's a lot of buildings that are way, way more than that. So, I hope that the pandemic stuff ends very soon, so that way I can take another trip back to New York City later this year. I think early October is the way to go because that's the kickoff the fire prevention week. And I got really lucky when I went because that happened. So they had the open house day for the fire stations, so you could just like walk in and I could get some videos of the trucks and everything like that. How long will it take to finish the tower ladder? Well, I don't know. I really want to finish the spare cab first, and then work on the tower ladder. The tower ladder is really not too much work to do, but the annoying part of it, and that is making the actual ladder part itself. This ladder took me a long time to make because I had to redo it from the ground up. It doesn't work because it's only modeled, but it is much better looking than it was before. Because what it was before, it only had 3 sections. Didn't really look like the New York City ladder. Yeah, I'm just gonna make the cab. I'm not gonna worry about the back of the truck yet. I'm gonna worry about the cab and then finish the tower ladder and then maybe get back to that or do some work on the other trucks. Yeah, I went to Rescue 1 for Fire Prevention Week as well, and that's where I got all the pictures and stuff that I used as references in order to make the truck better in here. And I sure as hell did. I sure as hell came over here and made the truck a lot better because then I was able to have so many reference pictures that I took of things that I thought were important for the game and then recreate the inside of Rescue 1. So here we go. Now there's probably still a lot more detailing that I could do, but this is the general, somewhat detailed layout of the inside. I don't want it to be overly complicated so that I don't kill the game, but as detailed as I can make it. Yeah, and the game is pretty much based off of Emerge NYC. That's kind of the track of development that we're doing. That's the design of the map that we're using. So if you know the Emerge NYC map, I'm sure that you'll have a pretty easy time navigating this one. Although we're going to try and put a lot more realistically based buildings around, because these are all actual buildings on 6th Avenue. And then we have 432 Park Ave over there, World Trade Center, and then the building on Wall Street that houses Engine 4 and Ladder 15. Put the boat on top of Rescue 1. Well, Rescue 1 doesn't always have a boat on top of it. And in fact, I've never really seen videos of the actual Rescue 1 with the boat on it. It's very rare that I've seen it. I'm sure it has had it, but not fairly recently. Although I do need to put some ladders on top of Rescue 1 since they have some. Sunset, New York City. The Empire State Building. Now, I tried to reverse the sun because this is the east, and the sun is setting in the east, and this is the west, and the moon is rising from the west. So I tried to reverse it, and then Roblox was like, no, I don't want to do that. So, heck. So we got Times Square, then we go down into Greenwich Village, and that side, and I guess this is kind of like the Chinatown and Chelsea area. Soho. And then we get down to the financial district all the way down there. So, this game has been... I've been working on this game for almost 2 years now. Because the state was founded on October 30th. And then the whole fallout with Mano County happened. If you haven't seen my video on that, then I highly recommend that you do. And then from there, I've pretty much been working on a lot of this game. And the reason why there's not a lot of progress done is because I've gone through a different map. We were making, this is probably the 3rd or 4th map that we've tried to make. And this is probably the one that I've been the most fond of and stuck to the longest. So, and then this is most likely going to be the main map. I highly doubt that I'll be changing the entire map anytime soon after putting a lot of work into it. And we're definitely going to get some updates as we continue to move forward. Like more buildings are going to be added. We're going to get more map expansions to add some of the highways around Manhattan. And Emerge NYC only goes up to 125th Street, and I want to try and push it further to get the rest of Harlem. And then maybe we can implement Rescue 3 into the game. Although I don't really know where I'd put it because we're not going to have the Bronx in this map. But I think Rescue 3 and Rescue 1 in the same map would be really cool. Like 2 of those things. Awesome. So we have the Empire State Building, COVID, healthcare workers, and first responders tribute light show. That's what's been up during this whole pandemic. That's what I changed the lights to instead of the usual red, white, and blue that I had. Alright, the obviously One World Trade Center, the Financial Center. Oh shit, I fell off the building. And then this is the building on Wall Street where Engine 4 and Ladder 15 are located. So they're kind of facing out towards the water, and then they're on this side of the building. I'm going to redo this building and actually add their station and try and make this building look better. So yeah, that's what's going to happen moving forward. And then some of the little details on the top of the spires of the buildings. You can see the flashing lights. So those are right there. You can even see it on top of the One World Trade Center. Sometimes you can even, if you look close enough, you can see it from far away. Yeah, I really want to add the 9/11 memorial, having personally been there myself. It is a very unique experience. I highly recommend that if you go to New York City that you go there. Because when I was there and you're looking at the actual artifacts and everything that from that day, you feel kind of empty inside, and you're like, and you put yourself in that place of where the people were on that day, and then you say, what would I do in this hectic and crazy situation that happened? So it really, is really interesting, raises questions in your mind as to how you would handle the situation if you were there on that day. And I know a lot of people out there that still remember or have family members out there who were there. So it definitely changed America, because the way that we responded to that event, not just on the day, but years and years after that, and how we've changed our security. We've been more concerned about possible attacks after that. So now that issue always has to be on the back of our minds, is if another one of those situations or any other terrorist action could happen again. So now we have to try and be as secure as possible when it comes to a lot of things. So I am keeping the memorial names. I want to try and implement their actual names from the firefighters who were there, to give tribute to all of them from these stations that I'm making, because they are a part of these stations as much as the trucks and the real life firefighters who are still serving are. So on Battalion 9, I have their script text that has their tribute. So, and then I want to add that to the rest of the trucks. So only people on the team can enter the stations, but if you want to drive the trucks, you have to be in the group with the rank of firefighter or above. For the battalion chief cars, you have to be battalion chief or above, and for the division chief, you have to be deputy chief or above. And you also have to be on the team. So you have to be in the group, hold a certain rank, and be on the team to drive the trucks. But you have to be on the team just to get into the station. I've seen people try and glitch in, and they have. But you can't really do anything other than that because I put more locks in place inside the station. Yes, the FDNY group. Now, nobody can join the FDNY group because you have to apply. You have to apply into the academy, take and pass all of the sessions, and then the quizzes that come with the sessions, pass the final exam for the academy, graduate, and then you have your certification. Then you apply into the FDNY. So after you did the academy, and then if you get accepted, then you can become a probationary FF, and then once you get through the probationary phase, you can become a firefighter. And there's around 200 plus people in the group right now. Like I think we're at like 202. So applications will be announced on the Discord exclusively. So be sure to join the Discord for the applications. And I highly recommend that you have access to a microphone on Discord VC, because I really want to emphasize communications, because typing in Roblox just takes a long time. It's very tedious, and communicating using Discord VC is a lot quicker, a lot more efficient, and overall just works out a lot better. So applications will be announced. They will be probably on a Google form that you will have to take. Yes, I am in a server. Can you use voice changer in Discord? I would advise not to. On Discord in general, you can, but in our Discords, I would advise not to. Unless it makes it sound like actual radio and kind of improves the roleplay better, but otherwise, no. So how do people that can't buy Roblox play the game? Well, if you're like a really trustworthy person and I have a lot of confidence in you, and it will have to be reviewed on a case-by-case basis. But we may use some of the group funds and also put it back towards players who don't have the Robux and need the financial support in that way. So as long as you have the good motive and the good motivation and you're going to be around for a long time, then we'll probably see about if we can get you any Robux that you may be missing. Will you also be making a police team just like Emergent NYC? We have multiple police teams here. So we have the classic NYPD. NYPD is here. They have their Times Square substation. The 17th precinct is actually, their station is going to be... Oh, hang on. I gotta get off of this roof. So the 17th precinct, their station is over here, next to Ladder 2's building. This is actually how it is set up in real life. So once I get some interior done on that and get a more functionality and space available for them, then we'll be able to open up the station there. Alright, and then we have State Police. So State Police has their garage, where they have their cars that have the high-riser light bars on them. So there we go. And this entire light bar is made out of parts. I had to make this myself since there's no mesh ones available of this specific type. So that's what I do. So the only departments that I plan on opening upon alpha release, or around the time of alpha release, are FDNY and NYPD. So State Police is going to be a while before it actually opens up. And so will Port Authority, which is the next one that I'm going to show. So Port Authority has a Tahoe, which you can actually freely drive if you want. I don't know if somebody was driving that, but I'll assume not. But you can freely drive this Tahoe if you want. You don't have to be on any team or in a group. So for demo and testing purposes, if you want to drive that, you can. Then I have a special Port Authority car. Holy shit, Rescue 1. So yeah, these are the Port Authority cars. So this is what they look like. Now Port Authority is going to cover the area around the World Trade Center. So they typically are around major airports or transportation hubs, and they also protect the World Trade Center. Since the World Trade Center is owned by the Port Authority of NY and NJ, or at least that area of it. And it also has a transportation hub inside of Oculus, which is the white structure between World Trade Center 3 and where World Trade Center 2 would be. So I actually have some videos on the channel of the actual IRL Tahoe that I saw in New York that I used as a reference for making this one. And I actually put NJ plates on these, so there's that variance of the states as well, and how the New York and New Jersey are coordinating this department in both of their states. Yeah, they're at the JWB, the George Washington Bridge, and other major connection points, I believe. And then State Police covers the Triborough Bridge, because they are on Randall's Island. That's where they're situated. Although I don't have Randall's Island in this Manhattan map, so right now NYSP kind of sits in a hidden garage. So this stream has gone on for around 3 hours. I think we're probably coming up on the 4-hour mark. So I might call it here. And exactly what Juani said. Like and subscribe for more Rescue 1 speeding down the road with train horn and siren. Alright. And yes, it is indeed loud. It's supposed to be. So make sure to get out of the way of Rescue 1 so that you don't go deaf. That's a strong piece of advice. Don't be that idiot in New York City that tries to cut off Rescue 1. Not a very good idea. Alright, so I think that's it for today. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate your support, and I hope that you can help us get on the road to 700 subscribers, because we are getting very close. We're halfway between 600 and 700 subscribers, so please keep up the support. I really do appreciate it. Leave a like on the streams if you want to see more of these types of development streams and update streams, so that I can show you more of what the progress of the game is, and I'm going to be sure to keep you updated with that. So if you have notifications on, I highly recommend that you do have notifications on if you don't. So that way you can get all the stream announcements without me pinging you on Discord. And you can also get any other video announcements. So we also have a new Discord for the channel, PokeCop134, so be sure to join that if you're not. And especially join the SoNY Discord, because this is where you'll find a lot of the community members that are also just as invested in supporting the project as most of you are. So thank you very much for all the support, and I will see everybody in the next stream. Okay, bye.